morning, Beau. Good morning.
Oh, it's Friday morning, the 4th of July, 2025. The time is 5:52 a.m. and the climate is 61 degrees Fahrenheit. We're out here with Beau this morning, just starting up on our morning poop walk. Last night's evening pee walk was not a success. She would not leave the grounds because of the fireworks. This is basically now the start of a 3-day weekend, and pretty much that's going to include 3 days of fireworks every evening. Luckily, the portable AC unit drowns out most of that noise, and we're not really planning on participating in any of the firework activities, which would be an outdoor activity, which you try not to do during the bad season. Now, of course, today is the 249th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, which me and Olivia seen in person a couple weeks ago, actually. And so the only thing in the back of my mind that I think of now is the founding fathers. Beau's gonna do left-hand side poop. The first poop of the day is in the bag. Well, getting back to the quick U.S. history lesson of the day. The founding fathers here in America, they lived before the Industrial Revolution. And the founding of this country actually was a tax revolt. It was insurrection against the lawfully formed government in England that had went ahead and colonized a lot of North America. They weren't the only colonists, of course. Anyways, it was a tax revolt, essentially. And what them founding fathers didn't know was the science. They did not know that taxes on motor fuels can change the climate, and they didn't have the need for that back in those times. But we have it now. And that's why we don't revolt against the taxes, because that'd be a revolt against science. Well, we made it here to Squirrel Alley. We've seen 3 dogs, but interacted with none. We're walking across the Fingernail Outdoor Concert Venue and Dance Pavilion right there. That's where Tom Lanzadel and his band played many years ago. Also, the Hall of Fame inductee rock band Paul Revere and the Raiders played there once. That band was from Boise, Idaho, and they toured extensively here in the Pacific Northwest. I just learned these facts yesterday and this morning. They were known for dressing up in the Revolutionary War garb. And it's a kind of interesting coincidence today of all days. There was one squirrel there, but Beau didn't see him. The white dog just appeared up there in the river, so we're bringing Beau to the corner here. He's right over there. We also have some citizens walking in front of us, motorists coming in on the drive there. It's an electric car, so they're likely Californians. That's my guess. What the hell's that lady doing? I thought she was unloading a dog. It doesn't look like she is. She's unloading a baby, not a dog. Actually, it's a dog and a baby stroller. I kid you not. And we'll check back in later. You better make a move, Beau. No, looks like her heart isn't quite in it this morning. We're sitting here now taking a break. Normally we don't really take breaks on these morning walks, but changing it up a little bit this morning because it's a holiday and break time is over. Wrong way, Beau, come on. I'm trying to keep her off the river today, especially because we know about that dead bird. I guess we'll walk through the new playground play structure area. There's a controversial elephant slide right there. That's a good look at it. There's a long-range squirrel in sight. I've been kind of spooking the squirrels all morning. I'm gonna hang back here. You gotta make a move, Beau. Yeah. Sorry. Too slow, Beau. Seriously. I guess that answers the question I had this morning, is whether the city elders have the trash department working today. They do. I gotta get home and get that can out. All my neighbors knew it. I did not. You can hear the truck behind me is what I'm talking about. Hey, Beau, grab some water. Seriously? There's no squirrel, Beau. Seriously. Don't do it, Beau. Come on. Nice job, Beau. There's a white dog making his return there. This is going to be it, I think. Not a whole lot of squirrel action this morning. That was worth a shot. Okay, it looks like the trash man come on the side streets, but not our street yet. We have a chance to correct our error of last night, and that's a rare thing. I'm not seeing any truck. The trucks are coming. Yeah, it looks like Beau's probably going to go ahead and go back to bed. I would like to do the same thing, but we're going to continue our fitness journey here in a few minutes. Where the hell are you going? Well, I'm back from the fitness journey. Now the time is almost 8:30 a.m. I'm going to feed the dog, I think. And then we can start thinking about power napping. Well, now I'm worried about Beau. It doesn't look like she wants to take her meal. She was kind of slow this morning. So maybe she's a little under the weather. Okay, she is taking her meal from her bed. Well, now it's time for the power nap. We'll do this proper. I don't have a whole lot of goals today. I got to mow the lawn and I got to prep a bunch of meat to put on the smoker. There's one other goal. I can't remember the other goal. Oh yeah, we might do a activity this afternoon. I'm not quite sure yet. But in order to accomplish all them goals, we need to recharge our batteries. No better way to do that than a 9 a.m. power nap with your dog, in my view. Well, the power nap's over now. It was highly productive. Well, the lawn is done. I also went back there in the back 40 and worked on the semi-annual dirtbag neighbors weeds problem. And that tree there that is on the very corner of their property that has all these stringers that we have to harvest up every year, 1, 2, 3, 4 times a year. However, we're going to take that tree down this year, come hell or high water. And we're going to kill everything back there, no matter what it takes. We're going to sow salts into the soil. We're going to use sterilant. We're going to set it on fire. We're going to put it underwater, drown it. We're going to do all of it someday. Well, we have a fairly high level of exhaustion, all that yard work there. I got to prep a bunch of meat, but we're going to hold off on that for a little while. Seriously, Beau? Well, the ribs are rubbed. The dog is well rested, and then the brisket is also rubbed. So this is going to go on later tonight on a real low smoke. And then we're going to put these ribs here on tomorrow morning on a higher heat smoke situation. And hopefully they'll come off around, I don't know, hopefully 2 p.m. or earlier. We'll see. Should be around 2 p.m. on the ribs, Beau. A lot of shoes. The clock just struck 3. You can see the neighborhood block party has begun. We're actually invited because we do live in the neighborhood, but we never really go. Our theory is that 4th of July is not really a dog holiday for whatever reason. So we like to spend some time here just at home with Beau. That's what we're doing right now. It's going to be an early night. I'm going to have to wake up at probably midnight and throw that first piece of meat on the smoker, and that'll be the brisket. I just put the sausages in the fridge to defrost. So I got all meats that need to be rubbed down. I got everything sequenced in my head. And so now it's just execution. It'll be easy. Strange climate though. It's kind of windy, or it was a minute ago, and a little overcast for whatever reason. So perfect weather for tomorrow. Hopefully it's overcast tomorrow when we have all these dogs over. Anyways.
time. Now, the reason for that price is because a lot of people are cooking indoors, and a popular dish is a pot roast that most people cook inside of a crock pot. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you! Okay, we're done.
The time now is 9:15. We're not going to be able to really make it up much longer. There's a lot of fireworks. But we just turned the smoker on. I'm going to throw that sucker on at 10 p.m. and we'll figure that out in the morning. Right now, there is a little concern with Beau and all the noise, but she's a gun dog. She shouldn't worry about fireworks. I don't know why she even does. That was the world's longest pee. She doesn't like it that much. Nice job, Beau. Well, we got the brisket on there just now. The time is 10 p.m. on the dot. This is not an activity that Beau enjoys, is all the fireworks and stuff, so she's inside. I'm gonna go back in there with her.
Good morning, Beau. Good morning.
Well, it's Saturday morning, the 5th of July, 2025. It's 5:39 a.m. and the climate is 59 degrees Fahrenheit. We haven't heard that number in many weeks. Still a little too warm for my liking for dog walking, but we'll take it this morning. You can see here we're on the levee on the banks of the muddy Columbia River. There's a lot of debris of the fireworks from yesterday. We hope we've turned the page on the whole fireworks situation. Okay, Beau is literally about to poop. It's gonna be a right-hand side poop. Oh, the first poop of the day is in the bag. The second poop of the day is in the bag. Don't do it, Beau. Move it. Don't do it. Just looking down into the backyard with the chain link fence of the Rhodesian Ridgebacks. There's some squirrels here at the Gauntlet. It's a high-risk maneuver. Well, for whatever reason, squirrels are abounding out here this morning. I'm looking at 3. A second ago, I could have sworn that I'd seen 4. Yeah, there's definitely 3 in the field of view. Well, you got to pick one of them. Too slow, Beau. There's actually more squirrels out than expected this morning. For whatever reason. There's one in open ground. Well, I hope this is not a dead bird. Oh, yeah, it is. It's a dead bird situation. Yeah, it's the same dead bird, I think. I was cognizant of the dead bird, but I thought it was further downstream. Luckily for me and the community, I've handled upwards of 1,000 dead birds when the city elders had poisoned them to save the jet aircraft by the dump and by my work. So I took care of this one here. Well, now there's a baby squirrel that I don't necessarily want Beau to harass. But she might do it anyways. And then again, she might not. I just spotted the white dog. I have to get Beau out of here. Yeah, we just passed the Fingernail outdoor concert venue. That's where Tom Lanzadol used to play when he was in his rock and roll band. The D is silent. As a child in the background ruining the shot. Shoot. The poop bag's still in the tree. It's gonna come down one of these days, and then at that time we'll take care of it. If it still needs taken care of, I guess. Yeah, a lot of times I have to think of the phrasing that I do in the narration. And I was just thinking of that just now. I'm pretty sure nobody on earth likely has ever said that phrase, the poop bag is still in the tree. It doesn't make any sense unless you've been watching these dog videos, then it would make sense to you. It wouldn't make much sense, but it would make some sense, I guess, is what I'm saying. There's a very plump squirrel in open ground. Beau, see him? No, she does not. The park this morning is heavily impacted by yesterday. I think there's too many smells of food scraps and such. There's a squirrel in that tree right there. There's squirrels everywhere, but we're not having any luck. As we approach the controversial elephant slide there's a taxpayer carrying a bunch of stuff. For whatever reason, I think what he's doing is setting up a daytime encampment. He wants to be the first person here. Okay, that's that small child. I thought it might have been a Californian. Sometimes they do sleep in that paddle boat. I wasn't paying attention. This is most likely a chicken bone situation here. I can hear it crunching from 30 paces away. Well, we got about an hour and 15 minutes before we get to put the last set of ribs on the smoker. So we're going to use that time for a power nap. I got something for you, Beau. Come on. Come on now. Come on. Okay, the time now is 12:38. Got another 13 degrees on about 10 pounds of brisket and ribs out there. But the way the carniceria cut them ribs the other day, they had a small outlier rib cut. Which Beau is going to enjoy. There's going to be much, much more ribs later for Beau. But she's going to go ahead and enjoy these portions. That's pretty tender. Whoops, gosh. Let's have a look at the meat here. Looking pretty good. The time now is 3:15. I'm just coming from Colorado Don's house. I picked up Samson. Problem is the brisket was at 200 degrees when I left. So we're cutting it pretty close in terms of scientific smoking of meats. Yeah, we really got to check this meat. We haven't had Samson over in a long while. This is going to be interesting for Beau. Whoopsie daisies. Well, there it is. 203 degrees. That's what we're looking for. Samson! No, up here. Come on. Actually, I don't think Samson's ever been in this house. He certainly hasn't used those stairs. And he hasn't seen the bear neither. Looks like. Well, we just got the sausages on. Nice job, Beau. We got about half an hour. We're going to sit here and rest up, I guess. Hey, Samson, you want to come up on the couch? There's another ottoman for you. Come on up. Not sure if he's couch trained or not. Okay, it looks like he is couch trained after all. have gotten the time wrong for whatever reason. Huh. Well, we made it to the river. A couple fishermen there. But better get that, Beau. Not the most ideal swimming spot, but it's literally better than not swimming them at all. That's our theory and practice. Nicely done, Beau. You take what's yours, you keep what's yours. It's awful peaceful out here. And that's because there's no Simba, but he is coming. Meanwhile, there's quite a bit of Simba in Samson, as you can see. Nice job, Beau. Hey Simba, what's happening? What's happening? Uh-oh. Nice job, Chase. We're about to lose Samson there. Oh, he might help, maybe. Oh, he's got one in his mouth. Yeah. This is pandemonium here at the river. Yeah, Chase is going to get that other one, it looks like. Go, Beau. Nice job, Beau. Once again, Chase is bailing another dog out. This might be the longest swim of his life, actually. Nice job, Chase. Seriously.
There we go.
Well, here we are loading the dogs out.
Oh gosh, Simba, get up in there.
This is the situation here now.
Yeah.
Well, all is well. You're looking at one of Ed's
I think crazy
feet
about
there.
the fireworks deal is that I had two stands right up by my house. And
He always has his.
I rolled through this morning.
That we did for
Hey, Tyler.
a neighbor of mine next door. At,
Mango
when I
has
lived
arrived.
at the trailer court, and we painted it.
And Colorado's Don just arrived.
Like they're built right up. I don't know.
Well, we're feeding the dogs separately, obviously, because of Simba. This is a really horrible dinner for Beau. It's just straight up kibble and the medicines. But we're about to slice a bunch of meat. And so she'll be having some other delicious foods. Kind of as a dog dessert, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. Nice job, Beau. Well, the barbecue is now done and sliced. Two different types of beef ribs. There's also sausages in there. We're going to go ahead and have the dogs taste test each and every one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the other one?
Now for the burnt ends. That's Samson. That's Simba. This is the best brisket I've ever cooked. I can already tell. That's a big piece, Beau. Mango. Stand by.
Are you done with your video?
No, I'm not. Whoopsie daisies. Dinner's served. Everyone's eating but Dave Warren there
I'm still
for whatever reason.
I mean,
brisket came out real good.
I'm just getting Richland, let alone.
So what was your reason moving here from
Simba.
That's sad.
Seriously, Beau?
It's basically just a decorative thing.
Bro, it's gone on this side. Did you know that? It's gone.
You're
It's
kidding.
Even on
gone.
Well, the evening is winding down. And Beau's the last dog standing. There's my foot. So we're on poop watch, as we are every morning. Nice job, Beau.
This is the old sand dune.
Good morning, Beau. What are you doing on the floor? Well, it's Sunday morning coming down, July 6th, 2025. Time is 5:49 a.m. The climate is a manageable 58 degrees Fahrenheit. Beau's looking at a large duck down there in the river. There's Beau. She and I are just heading out on our morning poop walk. All right, looks like Beau's slowing down a little bit there. Could be that she's looking for a good spot to poop. Oops. That could be the spot right. Yep, another left-hand side poop this morning. Well, the first poop of the day is in the bag. Nice job, Beau. That's either a skunk or a cat. Well, here we are in the urban portion of the walk. Here's Beau. There she is right there. Well, bring it. Her mind wandered on her. What the hell's she doing? She's just prancing around. Yeah, we gotta get past this pair of islands. Otherwise, the risk is the ball will go into the creek there. Nice job, Beau. Hey, Beau. Grizzly bar. We're sitting here on the Parisian style veranda. I had to send my friend Spencer a login for a TV channel that I'm canceling. I canceled it. It ends on the 17th, but he's at his beach house and I think he wants to set up the TV for all the kids. But we don't really take many breaks on these walks, so we're gonna move on. That's for my little bro. He should be coming up on that weekend if he knows what's good for him. The time now is 3 p.m. on the dot. The climate, 89 degrees Fahrenheit, feels like 99. We're looking at Chase and Beau and Simba. Simba's been out there for quite a while. Kind of does his own thing. Here, Simba. Here. Here. Here, bub. Here. Yeah, looks like we got Indy and little Nova on the scene.
I didn't walk down far enough.
Yeah.
Is he actually a golden retriever?
There's a good look at Beau.
Oh, Indy, you gotta get one of them. Go, buddy.
Oh, he's like, ooh, stick. Get the stick, Indy. Yeah.
He's just a really loving dog. And all I can think is he's got a couple of cars on his and so they found him on.
Well, we got ourselves in a situation. Got Simba out there with 2 toys. Hey, you hesitate, you're lost, Beau. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Chase. Chase wants to help. Come on, Chase. Come on now. Nice shot, Beau. It's Chase doing the rescue op. I thought yesterday was his longest swim, and this is probably his longest swim of his whole life. One throw that went awry, and one dog that didn't want to go after it fast enough. That'd be Beau there. It's okay, Beau. And here comes Simba. Yeah, it looks like Simba did retrieve both of those, so Chase went on a Missouri boat ride for nothing. He's got nothing. That poor dog. Well, the last poop of the day is in the bag. Well, managed to get Beau out of her bed there. She's been resting pretty hard, but she's enjoying her dinner now, which is kibble. A little bit of rib meat, a little bit of brisket meat, a little bit of German sausage meat in there. Good morning, Beau. Good morning. Well, it's Monday morning, July 7th, 2025. It's 5:08 a.m. The climate is 60 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to be a scorcher today and tomorrow, and the next day and the next day. We're out here with Beau, though, trying to get an early morning dog walk in before we go into the coal face. The risks being out here a little bit after 5 a.m. is skunks and cats. In fact, we know there's a known cat in the area. We've seen him yesterday, right around where Beau's at right now. Okay, it looks like Beau might be setting up for the first poop of the day, yeah. Yeah. Well, the first poop of the day is in the bag. It was a hard-won poop because of all the fibers that Beau enjoyed yesterday at the swimming hole, all the tall grasses. But she got her done. Don't do it, Beau. Don't do it. Well, we made it to Squirrel Alley. You're looking at the Fingernail, which is an old-timey yet still existent outdoor concert venue where Tom Lanzadel and Paul Revere and the Raiders have played. The D is silent. Well, there's no squirrels awake yet, as far as we can tell. So it might have been a mistake coming out this early in the morning. Yeah, there's no squirrel, Beau. Well, we made it to the community center with hardly any incident. And definitely no squirrels. There's a tree there. A couple weeks ago we've seen so many squirrels. But they're not in there now. It's some kind of maple. That's my belief. Now we're circling back actually. Just to find any semblance of some decent squirrels. There's a couple squirrels right there. That's more than a semblance. It's an assemblage. Seriously? Well, we're back at the coal face. I think we're only going to be here 2 days this week. We're going to try to make the most of this work day. The time is 7:24. The climate is 66 degrees Fahrenheit. Beau has low enthusiasm this morning. The time now is 9:17 a.m. Climate is 76 degrees Fahrenheit. I've been sitting at my desk the whole time. Now I'm just stretching Beau's legs. Be interested to see if, yep. That is her new potty. A remarkable dog. I'd like to bring Simba out here and see if he would do the same thing someday. There's a update on the new shop construction. It's quitting time now. Beau knows it. She's adopted a strange stance.
That's gonna be fun watching that tractor back down that one.
Look at the dog.
He senses rats. Where's the rabbit?
Waiting on you, Beau. Go on.